I was about to go to sleep when started having this vision that I'm being shown right now as I speak of the true King of Israel, not the white Jesus that I saw in the sky, but the other King of Israel, the other Messiah that I had in a vision in the past that looked Egyptian, kind of like Arabian or Egyptian or something like that, of that nature, that I've talked about before. And there's a voice above telling me to make a video, and I'm seeing him, and he's in bright, brilliant white. It's shining so bright that I can't even describe it, the dress that he's wearing. It's not a woman's dress, it's nothing like that, but he's standing in the middle of a pentagram, and he's got clay lampstands with fire surrounding him, and he has blue eyes and brown curly hair, and he has a pointed nose and a copper-colored skin like a penny. Not bronze, but not peach. It's more copper, and he's got sandals on, and he's crying. He's got tears running down from his eyes. I can even see his teeth. His teeth are, they're not straight teeth. They're crooked in different places and things like that. And he's crying, and he looks like he's upset about something. And then I hear a voice saying, "This is my son in whom I'm well pleased," and this is happening right now in my mind. And I'm seeing a dove come down upon this man. He said, "This is my son Yahoshua, who is Lucifer." And that's what the voice is telling me. He said, "Say this unto the 7 churches of Asia and to the nations of the world, to make this into a video and send it on to YouTube," is what I'm being told. And then the voice told me to make some coffee to stay up to be able to make this video, and to pause this video to finish making my coffee if I have to, and then to come back to it. I'm not Jewish that I know of. I did take a DNA test. Some people believe that DNA tests are not accurate, and that they're made to deceive the 12 tribes of Israel, to deceive the true bloodlines into thinking that there's something else, what I've heard. I don't really know. But I'm going to quiet my mind and see the vision and what I'm being shown. He says, "Ezekiel, my chosen people, my chosen nation of the 12 tribes of Israel, from 2018 to 2019 to 2020 to 2024. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father except through me." And this is the voice I'm hearing from the sky, but not from Yahoshua, the man that stands in the middle of the clay lampstands with fire. I don't know why he's standing on a pentagram. This I don't understand. And then before I started making this video, I said, "Lucifer, please don't deceive me. Please don't deceive me, because I just want to know the truth. I don't want to be deceived. Everybody believes Lucifer is a liar, that he's a deceiver." And then I said, "Yahoshua, King of Israel, please don't deceive me." I know that there's a verse in the Bible that says that even Satan will try to deceive the elect. The elect are the 12 tribes of Israel, 1,000 from each tribe. As it says in the Bible, those are the only ones that will be raptured. Christians proclaim falsehood and say that all Christians will be raptured if you believe in Jesus. That's not true. That's not what the Bible says. I kind of feel like I have a love for two masters, two gods. You know, I have a love for Jesus and Yahoshua, you know, the one who died for our sins, and I have a love for Lucifer at the same time. And I'm going back and forth in my head constantly, and it's really difficult to deal with. But now it's like when I try to see them as different, it gets harder for me to separate them, because every time I try to see the difference between Jesus and Lucifer, I'm given visions that are proving otherwise, that are showing me different. And Lucifer showing me that he's in the form of Jesus Christ every single time. And then that was a white Jesus, and now I'm seeing a form of the Middle Eastern Jesus, the one that I saw that was in the desert, that was in that was returned, that's returning in the desert where the dead carcass lay, the dead man lay, near the tree in the middle of nowhere, as it says in the Bible, when the Messiah returns, that he will return in a desert land in the middle of nowhere. Before, I think it's for judgment. But for some reason, this voice is saying, my son Yahoshua is Lucifer. But then he said it's a term and not a name. I'm using this as a term and not a name. That's what it just adds to my confusion, though. It really adds to my confusion. Going back into the vision. I'm seeing him spread out his arms. I'm seeing him spread out his arms and his legs. And if you spread out your arms and your arms like this on both sides, like that, and then you spread out your legs like this while you're standing up, it represents the 5-pointed star. And that's what I see the King of Israel doing, Yahoshua, or the one that died for the sins. He's doing that in the middle of a pentagram, and his eyes are blazing out like white beams of light. And a two-edged sword is coming out of his mouth as he looks up, and that's what I'm imagining right now, and I'm being shown in my mind. And I don't know why these things happen. Now I'm envisioning within my mind a black man with brilliant white eyes, and he said, I'm coming back. And he's dressed in blue. And he's sitting on a throne with his feet over earth. This is the same one that I saw in my vision over 2.5 years ago. I'm drinking black coffee. And you know what he said? I drink black coffee because of my neuropathy. I can't add sugar because it harms my body. But this black man in my vision says that he is God. That's what he's saying. And I really don't want to worship a black man on a throne, because I've been hated and rejected and cursed at and painfully hurt by black people in my past. And it's like, if God's black, there's no way I'm coming back to that. It's just, for some reason he's showing me. It's like, well, why am I chosen? I'm not black, I mean, I have white skin. I don't know if my DNA test is wrong or whatnot, but why is a black God that looks like a black man on earth showing me that his son is the king of the 12 tribes of Israel, the one who died for the sins of Israelites? Showing me this and telling me to make this video right now for the nations in the 7 nations of Asia, specifically Asia? Those are Asians. Okay, now I'm listening again what he has to say. He says, "You better listen and listen well. My chosen people are in liberty as well as judgment." I need to close my eyes. He said, "My nations and my people know who I am." He said, "I am the Black King." He said, "I am God, ruler over earth." And he's saying, "Yah," as if it's like cheering, but it almost sounds like Yah, like for the name Yahweh. It almost sounds like Lucifer claimed to be Yahweh. He pointed at me and he said, "Mariah, you are from the tribe of Judah. Your skin is white because of your iniquity against me. And you separated from my people. So I cursed you and made you white." But it seems like the voice, it just seems too human. It seems way too human to be God, for sure. Like, honestly, it would be hard for me to believe that this guy is God. He's way too human-like. And honestly, I don't really believe God is a looks like man, and that people are made in the image of God. I don't really believe that, even though I'm being shown this. It's still hard for me to believe. I don't really believe I'm from the tribe of Judah, but this is what I'm being shown in a vision right now. I don't see myself as being from the tribe of Judah. Judeans are black. It's super black. They're very, very black, dark skinned people. They're Hebrews in the tribe of Judah. They're very dark skinned, very dark. And this black man that's claiming to be God, he looks more like he's from Nigeria or an Iberian from Africa more than from Israel, or like kind of like Judah. I mean, they're very similar in appearance. The people from the tribe of Judah and the Nigerians are very similar in appearance. When you compare the two different bloodlines of black people, they look very similar. It's hard to tell them apart. Except the tribe of Judah and the Nigerians are very large, bulky in stature, kind of like this man claiming to be God in my vision right now. He said, I'm gonna listen again. He said, "My iniquities have been destroying you." He said, and he pointed at me with an angry look on his face, and he said, "Your iniquities have been destroying you. Tell the people now." Oh no, he's corrected me. He said, "Tell my people now," not the people. He said, "My people." There's one thing I should say. I came across a video. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. I don't know if that's right. There are people that make themselves out to be God, but are actually sorcerers and black magicians behind the closed purple curtain. And that's an Illuminati saying that the Illuminati people say. They don't work behind closed doors, they work behind the closed purple curtain. And people that are very powerful in high magic in secret societies, specifically the men, the ones in the Illuminati, not necessarily Freemasonry, are the ones that, like, some of them claim to be God and that the world is worshiping right now. That's all I'm gonna say for now on that. But the world, some of the world is in charge of people that are doing high-end magic. And I don't really know where the prayers of Christians are going to at this point. And I don't know why a black man would claim to be God and then send me a vision. And I don't know if this is a sorcerer that's doing black magic to make me believe he's God. And that black people are the chosen race or whatnot. If it's like, some deception going on and they like putting this image in my head somehow using some kind of technology, or if it's an actual vision from an actual God of Israel, I really don't know, to be honest. But me, as I doubt everything, even though when I'm shown these powerful visions, I still doubt and I still doubt, and I'm shown vision after vision after vision, and it's like I don't know why this is happening to me. Why am I chosen to receive these visions? Why am I being shown? Why has Lucifer come and talk to me? Why does he tell, why me, And then why does the Messiah of Israel come and try to communicate with me? I don't fucking know this shit. I don't know. And then I got these stars forming a fucking pyramid over my head every once in a while, out of the fucking blue. And I don't know why. It's like, why the hell? When I go outside, I have directly over my head is 3 stars in the shape of a triangle. When I go outside at night, sometimes it's like, what is God or the devil or both trying to tell me? Do they both working together? Is God the same as the devil? I don't know what's going on, and it leads so much. I don't know if it's confusion or just I don't have discernment to tell which parts are the truth, which parts are not, or what the will of God is. But I know I've been searching for the will of God in my life since I was young. Since I was really young. And I really dedicated my life to God, the God of Israel, specifically when I was really young. And so I did the very best I could to give to the poor, to help the homeless, and follow the 10 Commandments to stay away from lust, so that the whole body is not thrown into the lake of fire. Cover up, don't show yourself, don't show your skin, and all this stuff. And it's like, well, I feel like, well, why? And then Lucifer's claiming to be the Messiah, and now this black god is saying that his son is Lucifer, but he says it's a term and not a name. He says, my son is the bright and morning star. And this is the tricky part. That's the really tricky part, because it's like, well, Lucifer's called the same thing. Lucifer and Jesus are called the bright and morning star. So what does that mean? Does that mean that they're the same? In every vision I'm shown, Jesus turns into Lucifer, Lucifer turns into Jesus, and he's got multiple different bodies. And it's like, well, I remember when I actually saw a man in the sky when I was 14. I remember seeing that. And it's like, well, I'm talking. I need to let this black man or whatever say what he has to say, get through the message, whether he's God or not, I don't fucking know. But I'm just going to go ahead and allow it. Because I have this gift, and whoever created me gave me the ability to have visions, and so I have it for a purpose and a reason. Now, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to share whatever the fuck I'm being shown, and I haven't been taking a full side. No, I'm not taking the side fully, completely with Lucifer, or fully, completely with the 12 tribes of Israel, or the Christian thing. I'm kind of in between the two, and it's like I'm being pulled in both directions in a way, and it's like, well, hold on a second, I'm being confused. And it's like I'm doubting everything, but then I'm questioning everything because I'm trying to be careful to make sure I make the right and correct choice. Because to me, this life is not about serving ourselves. This life is supposed to be the will of God, as Jesus Christ says in the Bible. Now, if Lucifer is trying to deceive me, what would be his goal and his purpose for my soul. Because I don't believe Lucifer sends souls to hell for no fucking reason. That's what the God of Israel does in the New Testament. That's what Jesus does in the New Testament. But then Jesus showed me that he was Lucifer many, many times in many, many visions. And so where is this going? What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do with these visions. I don't know where this is going to take me or lead me. I like it. I appreciate. And I don't regret having these visions. Even if I were to have a mental breakdown, I wouldn't regret it. I wouldn't regret it because it's a spiritual gift I have. It's a spiritual gift I have, and I don't have to regret. I don't have to regret the gift that the whatever creator gave to me. That I'm a psychic for a reason. I can see higher beings. I can see gods. But I'm only being shown 3 specific ones that are 3 different Christs. 3 different Jesuses. And in the Bible it says many will claim to be Jesus and are not. If they say go here, do not go there. And I don't remember what book, but I remember the Bible saying that. Yes, they say, that many will claim to be the Christ and are not, and will show signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. And I swear, man, I really hope. I don't want the true Israelites, the true Jewish people to be deceived. I don't. I really don't. Because every human being matters in this world. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what language or what nation you come from. We're all a being. We're all experiencing life on this earth. Even if it's different blood, different skin, different culture. And there's a voice telling me, speak. Speak what the Spirit preaches. Open your mouth and speak. That's what he's saying. And I'm having these flashbacks, this envision in my mind of me dressed in like some what is those things that Middle Eastern Muslims wear, or Middle Eastern Jews from Israel, those freaking dress things with the hoodie. I don't know if it's like, it's not a turban, it's not a dress, I don't know what it's called, but I'm imagining myself in one of those things that the real Israelites wear. I don't know what it's called, and I'm seeing myself with it, and I'm being shown a golden thing going down like this in the middle of my forehead, and a 5-pointed star right here, but it's not upside down. It's a regular star, but it's not a Jewish. It doesn't look like a Jewish star, like with the 2 triangles up and down like that, what makes a Jewish star. It doesn't look like that. It looks like it looks like a pagan star, but it's not upside down. It's not a pentagram, because a pentagram is is upside down star. So it just looks like a regular pagan star made out of silver or some type of silver metal. He's saying, preach the word, my child. And I'm just imagining clouds in my room, and I'm just imagining lightning. I'm imagining lightning right now. And it's strange because I haven't smoked weed for 4 months and I'm completely sober. I don't touch alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't do anything. I don't put anything in my system at all that has anything to do with drugs, alcohol, or smoking anything, or snorting anything at all. I've never done a drug in my life except smoking marijuana. That is it. I've taken maybe 3 or 4 sips of alcohol my entire life. I've only been drunk once. So, just letting you know, I'm completely sober when I receive most of these visions. When I was smoking marijuana, I was still getting visions, but they were even more powerful, and I could feel it. And I could feel spirits and entities around me more when I was smoking marijuana, but I can't anymore because it was affecting my nerves. And so it's not a very good thing for me. So now I'm going to listen. I really don't know what language I was given either, but I have this language. I don't want to assume that whatever it is. I'm not going to assume or try to guess what the language is because I don't want to be wrong, but I was given a language many years ago. It's not a language that I know. It was not a language I was taught. The only language that I was taught and that I know is English. Whatever this language is, I don't know what it is, but this black man is telling me to let it out, is speak my word. That's what he's saying. The black self-proclaimed God is telling me to let out his word. Yeah. I don't know if I should. I'm gonna see what else he has to say. Drink some coffee. Right before this vision started happening, I was watching those crazy ICUC crazy black Hebrew Israelite men that walk around Los Angeles preaching hate against white people and saying that they're going to enslave white people, make them slaves because they enslaved them or whatnot. And I know that that's not all white people, as I found information on the internet that talks about the Scottish and the Irish were sold as slaves and indentured servants on the Atlantic slave trade. And the Illuminati didn't want people to know. I'm not quite sure where the person got the information, but I'll look more into it. And I'll put the link down below of the secret that's hidden about the Scottish and the Irish people in the Atlantic slave trade. I'm part Scottish and Irish, but my DNA is only telling me I'm like 10%. Before it was 33%. So they keep changing it. I just know it's there, and I don't really know what the percentage is. But some people say that the Scots and Irish are the one of the 12 tribes of Israel. But I don't really know if that's true or whatnot. But yeah, that's what I'm just saying. So I'm gonna link the video down below of the information on the Scots and the Irish becoming indentured servants and slaves. Specifically, the Irish as indentured servants, and the slaves as the Scottish people were slaves, and the Irish were indentured servants. And my mom said my mom's half Scottish. My eye is burning because I touched something and then I itched my eye. My mom took a DNA test and hers said that she's half Scottish, like 44%. But the DNA tests are always different. So if it's true, then I should at least be a quarter Scottish, at least. Hold on a second. I'm not a fearful person. That I should be fearful to not allow whatever wants to speak through me to not speak through me. Like Christians are all, oh, you're gonna be deceived. Don't let those false spirits or demons speak through you. Those types of Christians, they're in fear of hell. That's all they're scared of, and that's all they think about. So they can't do the will of God because they're constantly in fear of hell. And so how can you do the will of God if you're always in fear? That's a good point. I never really went by that. I was always in fear. No, I wasn't always in fear. It wasn't until that I lost my faith. It was right before I lost my faith. It's like the first year that I was in fear. I see Yahoshua making a symbol in the dirt that looks like a line with a cross in the bottom and a cross at the top. So it's like a line going vertically up and down and then horizontally side to side on the top and the bottom, and then another line on the top. So there's two lines on the top, one that's long and one that's shorter, like that. So it's two lines at the top, one line at the bottom, you know, two going this way at the top, and one on the bottom going like that, and in the middle one that's holding them all together is like that. I don't know what that means, but that's what he's drawing with a stick inside sand in the pentagram that he's standing in, or the red. I can't tell if it's a pentagram or if it's just a star. I can't really tell. He said, "You know me not," and he spit on the ground. And he's making a heart out of the spit with the stick. Yeah. I don't know if he was telling me, maybe he was telling me that I know him not. Yeah, I agree, I probably don't. But that's all I've ever tried to learn.